Good evening to one and all. Our speaker, Professor Sujit Kumar Mishra, he has already joined with us. So, thank you, sir. Thank you for your consent, and good evening to you also. As the convener, let me introduce the speaker and let me introduce the topic. So, today the speaker is Professor Sujit Kumar Mishra. He is an economist and who has been specialized in developmental uh, economics. In his doctoral thesis, and environmental and natural resources economics for his postdoctoral research. So currently, he is the regional director in charge for Center for Social Development, Southern Regional Center, Hyderabad. His research experience covers variety themes such as development-induced displacement, complex issues in mining sector and environment, development implication of climate change. The other areas of his research interest includes interrogating the equity aspects of development, access to education, health, livelihood, several axes of marginality, such as caste, tribe, and gender. He is a skilled practitioner and a teacher of research methods, long experience designing and conducting the ICSSR research methodology workshop. He is an approved doctoral supervisor at Tata Institute of Social Science, Hyderabad. He is also part of the editorial committee of Journal of Rural Development. He is an active member of several national and international academic associations. Subsequently, I will share the link in the chat box to view his publications, research projects, and the conference and seminar he has attended. And let me say that he is also the product of, I can say that he is the super senior of my super senior. It's very much senior than me. So today he will be speaking on doing qualitative research in social science. The importance of qualitative research in social science become very much relevant after the emergence of post-behavioralism. The importance of post-behavioralism is very relevant in the context of human limitation in understanding the social reality. The main purpose The main purpose of post-behavioralism is that research and study of political science should be relevant in the context of real needs of society. And post-behavioralism claims that behavioral approach studies trivial issues at the expense of more relevant topic. Research should be made on important topics relevant to society rather than on trivial issues. And qualitative research deals with those important topics relevant to the society. Now, doing qualitative research is difficult. It is difficult because it requires some skills. Qualitative research may be easily discarded by many on the basis of biasness of researcher. Now the question arises, how to do qualitative research bias free? So today the speaker will help us learning how to do bias free qualitative research. He will explain about conducting field survey. He will share some experiences, the intricacies attached to it. Another important aspect or component of his discussion will be the construction of narratives from the field work. Let me say that this will not be like conventional, web talk conducted earlier. The speaker wants the active participation of the audience in between the lecture or talk. In fact, this web talk will be like a web training program, towards preparing your manuscript for publication. So with this introduction, now I welcome Professor Sujit Kumar Mishra to start his deliberation on this topic. Yes, Dr. Mishra, you can start right now.
Yeah, good evening to all. You can hear Himanshu?
I can hear you, but I think it will be better if you use the earphone so that your voice will be more clearer to us.
Really? Then, एक second, huh? Let me give some time. Yeah, can you hear me now? Himanshu, can you hear?
We can hear you, but you have to increase your volume, I think.
Now? Is it okay? Yeah, tell me, is it okay?
I think the voice, the sound is as it was earlier actually, but it's audible. I think I can hear it.
Yeah. You can, other people, like just ask other people, they can hear me or not?
Uh,
Yes, sir. You are clearly audible.
Clear, no? Yeah.
yes, sir. You're
Yeah.
audible, sir.
Okay. So, good evening, all, and Dr. Himanshu, uh, other participants, especially the students. I like students so much, and I'm basically a researcher. I'm not a teacher. When Himanshu asked me to speak on something, so I thought what to talk actually. Then what I thought for the last 25 years, I have been doing research. So out of that, what are the thing I'm facing actually? Because you people, after immediately after your master or MPhil or PhD, you will be joining certain institutes where you will be asked to do research. Nobody will train you. Immediately you have to jump to the research. So I thought, let me to talk something which I have been facing for the last 25 years. Not me, all the researcher actually. So this is something. um uh, the intricacies I faced. Secondly, why I got attracted to this talk. Actually, I'm an alumni of Sambalpur University economics department before joining in Hyderabad Central University for my PhD. So I always have a soft corner towards anything, any issue, and for Sambalpur University. And when I knew that Himanshu is doing all those things, so why not to join? So uh, let us start with this thing. And all the students, actually, I would like to request you people uh, be like participate in this discussion so that whatever is coming, we will fine tune it. Certain things I may not know also, so I should learn from you. So here, whether it is good or bad, nobody is going to give you any kind of a certificate, but we can fine tune our ideas. So that's the reason yesterday while talking to Iman, so I told that he asked our student to be vocal, like let them to talk actually. So if we talk, then we learn certain things, and we can fine tune our things. So let me to start. uh, uh, 1 minute, and there is a technical problem. Let me do. Himanshu, there is some problem. Give me 1 minute. Huh?
Yes, yes, you contact her.
You can see the PowerPoint.
Yes, I can see the screen. Not yet. I think you have not opened the PowerPoint yet.
No, I have. It's not coming.
I can see the screen of your computer.
No, why?
Two files are there.
Can you see now?
No.
No.
Any other participant, they can see it?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Second. Why there is problem? I think there is a problem happening. It's not yet coming, no?
No. I think that same screen has appeared.
What is the 1 second? Huh? Give me a.
I think there is some technical problem the speaker is facing. I hope he will join us soon. So have patience. Now it is coming.
Himanshu, can you see?
Yes, we can see, but it disappeared.
Can you see it?
No.
No. ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ପଠେଇ ଦଉଛି, ତମେ କରିବ କି ସେଠୁ? ଏକ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ମୁଁ କରୁଛି। I'm doing it.
Now it is coming.
Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is fine, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the topic we are going to talk today. It is doing qualitative research in social science. So there is already a delay in some technical problem. So let me to start directly with some examples. So here I would like to give you few examples of my own research. So the first one is there are 932 females per 1,000 males in India, whereas in the UK there are 1170 females per 1,000 males. Don't go by the number; it may or may not be correct. I have given a number. So here, I have a problem of dismantling the things, like whenever I see something, in order for my proper understanding, I dismantle it. So let me to start with the first example. Here, if you see, I have given, Himanshu, suni hochi na?
Yes, you are very much audible. Everything is fine right now.
Yes. So there, what I have taken male, I have taken female. That means there is a gender glance into it. Secondly, when I dismantle, what I found there is a country level comparison. That means we have collected data for 1,000 males, how many women are there in India. At the same exercise we did for UK, and we did an comparison, and we found certain things. Okay. Now I would like to go to the second example. Here, what is the second example? Second example is while the proportion of institutional births is very high in Telangana at 97%, within bracket, rural with 96.6% and urban with 97.7% during 2019 and 20.
Your slide is not moving.
Not moving?
Your slide. Right now, yeah.
So, while the proportion of institutional birth, so here the story is about institutional birth as a whole, and it is for a particular state. So again, further, when I dismantle the statements sentence, I found a comparison region wise. You'll find it rural and urban. So there is a time period for this. It is 2019 and 20. But if you see the second portion of it, that is what? That is the institutional birth in public facilities. That means there is a comparison. Institutional birth as a whole versus institutional birth in public facility. So there I'm giving an statistics. I'm saying that it is 49.7%, which is very less if I compare with the institutional birth as a whole. But again, I'm saying this 49.7% is an increased value if I compare with 2015 and 16. So the entire story that has been built between two time period, one is 2015 and 16, one is 2019 and 20. First half is talking about institutional delivery as a whole. Second component is talking about the public at the public facility, means at government hospital. Okay. Now, so out of three examples, I described two so far as my knowledge is concerned. Now, third example is West Bengal is the top 5 states with respect to the number of women getting married before the age of 18. Now, students, I'm asking you people to dismantle this statement and just let me know what do you understand. Like first two I did for you people. First, it was a sex ratio, male female, India UK. Second is institutional birth as a whole in Telangana, two time period versus government hospital. Now, the third example is West Bengal is in the top 5 states with respect to the number of women getting married before the age of 18 years. So, if I ask you people to interpret it, how can you interpret it? Anybody can tell me. You just try it, because child marriage issue is very common all over India. We know about it. So here I have given a statement and I have told you how to dismantle it. So in the third statement, how you people do it? Can anybody volunteer and tell me how if you do, how will you do? Okay, no issue. Let me do tell. West Bengal is in the top 5 states. That means what? Along with West Bengal, there are 4 other states. So far as what? Number of women getting married before the age of 18 years. That means it is a story of child marriage, where they are talking about 5 states, 5 topmost states, which are contributing child marriage in Indian context. Okay. Now I will take you people another 3 examples. Okay. Here, first one I'm talking about locating both an understanding and a way forward through lived experiences of the performing art practitioners living with uncertainties arising from the corona pandemic. Here it is a story of the Jatra practitioner. Jatra, if people must be knowing, we have a cultural institution called Jatra, like Kalinga Gananatya, Konarka Gananatya, and all those things are there. No, so there you cannot believe around 1 lakh people, they are directly deriving their livelihood. And if I calculate the average household size at 4, that means 4 lakhs people are directly dependent on it. So during this corona pandemic, what has happened? because it's a one party is consisting of 160 to 170 people. How do they cope if they want to think to if they rethink about their livelihood? What are the consequences? Rethink of livelihood means what? I was a dancer in the jatra. Now there is no livelihood, there is no money. So if I would like to enter into a labor market, suppose I'm entering into a labor market which is already saturated, no, because return migration happen and all those things happen. So keeping my expertise means, because I was a dancer, I never did any kind of a maid servant work. So what are the consequences? Whether I can bargain the normal wage rate. Suppose wage rate is 2000 rupees per month. So as I am a dancer and if I'm entering into the labor market, whether I can influence the 2000 rupees or not. So an employer, whether he will give me or not. Like for example, I'm saying, whenever there is a house help or maid servant, they come for in search of job. Generally, we ask, no, previously where you were working. Suppose a person is saying that no sir, I was a dancer earlier. So immediately the person will say no, we don't need any person. And if at all there is a pressure, he will say that okay, you work for some time, learn the work, then only will increase the salary. So these are the intricacies. I gave an example. So the first study is all about that, different categories, because in a jatra institution you will find different categories of people. Like a group, they are called as artists. A group, they are called as employers. Employer means what? Some people, they will tie the tarpaulin, some people will arrange the chair, some people will clean the vessel, some people will cut the vegetable, there will be chorus singers, there will be junior artists, background dancers. They receive very meager salary, very meager salary. So what happened to all categories of people? How do they cope if they rethink about their livelihood? What are the factors influencing the rethinking? Next is consolidation of beach livelihood of Odisha. Somebody asked me to do that. Beach livelihood means what? You people might have seen our Puri beach, Gopalpur beach, everywhere, Visakhapatnam and all. If you sit for a while, you will find that some guy will come, he will offer you tea, some guy will come and offer you that coconut water. Some people, there will be camel riding, some people will do the earbudding work, some people will do the massage work, some people will do the boat riding, some people will sell the pearl, some people will give you some kind of a samosa or something like that. So there I identified something around 16 different categories of livelihood pertaining to a physical geography of a country. Physical geography is what? Beach is a physical geography, you cannot change it. Mines, you cannot change it because of those locational advantages. What are the derived livelihood? Okay. Now next is a richly endowed natural landscape is reduced to a site of catastrophic exploitation of natural resources, becoming a threat to the very community that it has been home to. So here the story I built about a mining area, because I belong to a mining area. I belong to Sundargarh. So this is something, what impact of mining on people, environment, pollution, and all those things. So I gave you people two slides of 6 different examples. First one is sex ratio, second one is institutional delivery, third one is child marriage, fourth one is coping strategy of the Jatra practitioner during Corona pandemic, fifth one is consolidation of beach livelihoods of Odisha, sixth one is the mining, impact of mining on the environment. So now a simple question to you people again is, what is the similarity and what is the dissimilarity among these examples? These 6 examples I have given, can you people tell me what is the similarities and what are the dissimilarities? Let us start with the similarity. What is the similarity? Because this is the background of our discussion today. I would not like to say this as a talk. We will discuss among ourselves. So how how do you see these 6 examples? Because I know each and every of you must be knowing whatever examples I have given, because past sex ratio people must be knowing, deliveries you must be knowing, government hospital, private hospital you must be knowing, child marriage you must be knowing. So my question to you people is, the 6 different kind of examples I have given you. So can you people tell me what are the similarities among all the 6 examples I have given? Can anybody tell me? So that
All
it.
the all these are social phenomena, sir. It's,
Okay, very nice. Anybody else?
Sir, all these are based on data.
Okay, okay, very nice. The second guy, you are doing master or PhD?
I'm doing PhD
Where?
in Sambalpur University.
Okay, anybody else? There are so many people, Himanshu. Only two,
Sir, sir,
some more
this is
people.
sir, this is also based on geographical areas, sir. The
Okay,
similarities based on the India context to Indian data.
okay, okay. Anybody else? You just tell me in a layman point of view. Like I told you, 6 stories, 6 different stories, no, one by one. So it is not like that some people they are aware of all the stories. No, just now you have heard from somebody, and you are just thinking about it. Like how whenever we watch a movie, before watching the movie, we don't have any idea about it. No, so after watching the movie, how we analyze it, this portion, that portion, no, this song, that fighting, we dismantle it, no, half time ke baad, half time before, so many things are there. So I just narrated 6 stories to you people. Somebody told me it is social phenomena, perfectly all right. Somebody told me it is data. Somebody told me geographical area, yeah. See, 3 people gave 3 different words, and if we add it, no, in our narratives, so the sentence, all the 3 words will be appropriate, So, what I would like to say is that here, all the 6 projects, 6 stories, whatever I told you people, are information, you know, are information on different issues. So first 3 stories, if you see, it is loaded with numbers. Yes or no? It is loaded with numbers. They are 932,000 here, 96.6, 97%, 49.7%, 5 states and all. But if you see the uh, second category of examples, here you will find quality. I'm talking about the coping strategy of a person. He's saying, no, sir, we didn't get job. We went there. We could not negotiate the wage rate. There is no quantity in terms of quality. Consolidation of beach livelihood of Odisha. There I'm talking about identification of livelihood, which generally available at beach. So these are the 18 or 16, and about that I have talked about. Okay, now. Then uh, I talked about mines, impact of mining activities on the environment. There also there is a story. So here I would like to consolidate my entire 6 discussion into like this. This is information, numerical information, non-numerical information. Numerical information is what? Data that poses numerical properties. Example 20 kilo, 10 meters, 5 feet of height, like this. Non-numerical example. That is data that poses qualities of the experimental unit. That is married or unmarried, gender, male, female, others. So like this. But why I'm saying all those things? Why I put so much of hard work before you people by showing so many examples and all the information we generally collect, you know unless until we collect the information, how can you know it is a numerical information or non-numerical information. We generally collect. So here the main question or the key pointers we should know that in this last 25 years, what are the problem I have faced? Let me to tell you people. First one is, who will be my respondents? You know, who will be my respondent? From whom I'll collect the data? Because nowadays I'm seeing the PhD student, otherwise also some, even in my office also, some people, even with having PhD with big experience, immediately after joining the work, they will start with, no, you have to go to field. Unless until you know about your respondent. If you know your respondent, no, knowing about the respondent and robustness of your outcome are directly related. So you have to work much on the identification of your respondent. Then only your work will be more easier, your information will be more precise. Otherwise it will be an indicative one. You know, I'm facing suppose domestic violence, so I will tell you, and suppose my friend is telling on behalf of me. So what kind of information you will get? Got my point? Suppose we are producing 20 bags of rice in 1 acre of land. So I am telling my information, and suppose somebody adjacent to my home, he or she is saying. So the other people, whoever will tell on behalf of the real respondent, it will be an indicative one. So there is a difference between precision and versus indication. So always try to head towards the precision with exact, means no information will be exact. We generally try to minimize our errors while bringing an robust outcome, you know. So try to commit minimum error. So if you want to uh, minimize the error, you should do work on identifying your respondent. Who will be your respondent? Next is, what is the issue? I'll tell one by one to you. Then the mode of survey. It is an online, it is a telephoning, or in person. Now, next is, as I told, who will be my respondent is a very tricky, very important work. So, which questions will help me to identify my respondents? So here, I would like to ask again a question. Means not a question, we can discuss it among ourselves. Suppose, as earlier I told that West Bengal is the state, one among the 5 top states which contribute child marriage in the country. And suppose after your PhD you are joining in a research institute. Suppose mine is an ICS research institute. If I'm asking, no, you take 10 lakhs rupees and just find out what are the reasons behind this. Okay. So here my question to you is, whom should you go to bring the data? You know it is West Bengal. You know it is 2019 and 20. But now the main question is, whom should you consult in order to bring those people? Like, who will be in your analysis? Suppose you are writing a report. Who will be in your analysis? Got my point? So that is very important. Like, for example, I'm giving you an example. You are coming to my house. I have a mother. I have a wife. I have a sister. I have 2 daughters. So all are married. Now, if I'm asking, do a survey in my house on child marriage, there are 5 marriage histories I have given you, know, my mother, my wife, my sister, my 2 daughters. So whom should you consult here? Whom should you consult here so that you will find your information on which basis you will do an analysis. Now suppose we are going to the second example. You know, this is the first example. Then later on I'll describe in detail about one example so that the other thing will be your homework. So status of dropout in Andhra Pradesh, that is one of the important issue. So now if I say no, you find out what are the reasons behind it. You cannot go each and every household. No? Do you have house dropout in your house? Do you have dropout in your house? Good ma'am, you know that this block, this village is producing larger number of dropout. So you cannot go to each and every household because it will waste, like there is, it will be wastage of time. It will be a wastage of resources. So you should have rough idea about the dropouts in that particular area where you are doing your research. Got my point? So there you have to find out who will be your respondent first. Then only your analysis will be robust. Your analysis will be good. Okay. Now the third example is domestic violence. So
I think someone has raised the hand. Gitanjali Jana.
एक second. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Please carry on with your question. Gitanjali, please carry on with your question.
No, I don't think. Maybe it was accidental. So, sir, you may continue.
Yeah. You can hear see this PowerPoint.
Yeah.
There is a problem. No, you can hear. You can see it now. Himanshu, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Your
Yes,
screen is
sir.
also visible.
Yeah. Then third is domestic violence. No, let me to ask a question to people. If people are understanding or not, don't keep quiet because I'm thinking
We are
don't say
understanding, sir.
anything.
We are
Huh?
understand.
So I'm putting, I have made everything as simple as possible because yesterday I was talking with Himanshu. So I thought let me to put everything in a simpler way. So it would help, it will be helpful for you people to start certain things. Okay. So third one is domestic violence. As I told you before, I belong to a mining area. Each and every day there will be domestic violence. Now, why I'm saying? So this guy, the husband, he goes for 3 days of work and earn at the rate of 200 rupees and earn 600 rupees. And he stays at home till he finishes this money on drink. And if the spouse comes and asks for any kind of a help, like for education, for food, for parents' medicine, so the conversation will end with either physical violence or whatever violence. There will be a violence. Sometimes it so happen they kill, means out of uh, drinking they just beat. The physical violence is such the women dies also. So if you do a research on this issue, do you think that if you go to that man and ask, do you beat your wife, because each and everybody they know the consequences, he will say no, never. If you ask the women, do you get beat from your husband, she will say no, I don't, directly if you go. So who will tell you on behalf of them? Whoever will tell, it will be an exaggeration. Otherwise, there will be a lot of error into it. So there again, it would be a problem in identifying the respondent. Who will be my respondent? It is not that easy if you see before. No. See, till now, 3 issues I have discussed. Now the fourth one is I'm saying teenage pregnancy. Teenage pregnancy is what? The lady who got married before the age of 18, she is delivering a baby before 18. They know it is a crime. They know it is a crime, but there are different socio-economic pressure for which they are performing the marriage. And hence, there is a baby. Sometimes it happens so much that the baby, like if that girl is getting married at the age of 15 or 16, she will produce a kid at 17. She will keep on producing baby till they get a boy. That means sometimes I have seen in Telangana, by the age of 18, one girl was having 3 kids, 2 daughters, 1 son. So think the situation. What will happen to that girl's health? So if you go and ask about the question, teenage pregnancy, recently government of Telangana asked me to do a research on safe motherhood. And one of the component of safe motherhood was teenage pregnancy. So initially, I have very skilled researchers. So they also failed. Once when they visited, we identified the 3 bottommost districts which is producing teenage pregnancy. So they went, no, never, never, ever. It is not happening like this. They came back. Then we did a strategy, and within that strategy, we got those people and did our research nicely. So how we did that part, I would like to tell you by giving one example. Here, let us start with the mm, issue of child marriage. So here you have to understand first, well, if you are saying child marriage, what does it mean actually? So women who married before the age of 18 years. So you have to see different government documents where the definitions are coming. You have to go scientifically. You cannot go like this. No, no, child marriage, this thing, that thing. No. You have to go in detail with the government document. Which document is saying what? Now there was a debate on raising the age at marriage of the women. So what are the different kind of uh, issues, act, amendments they are following? So you have to first understand what child marriage is. Got my point? Very clearly. Then you are saying that no, West Bengal is one of the 5 topmost uh, states while producing child marriage. So you have to ask yourself, this is in which year? If you take history of some 15 years thing, no, it will be of no use. No, we are talking about at present what is happening. At present, what is happening? So you have to see which data. So there are National Family Health Survey data. National Family Health Survey data gives different round. So now the 5th round has come, 2019 and 20, and 2019 and 21. So according to that figure, West Bengal is one of the top 5 states. So there, if you collect the data for child marriage, which are the year you have to collect? You have to see, like as I said, if you take very old data, like in my house there are 5 women, no. So if you ask about my mother, if you ask about my grandmother, it is of no use. You will find that that is child marriage. Child marriage is an issue which people are talking or debating now. So you have to see 2019-20 data means definitely they might have collected the data some 3-4 years back because it is a government data. So there you have to fix a boundary. No, let me to take the data just 4-5 years back before 2019-20, so that your policy will be applicable. No, if you take data 50 years back, what you will do? What you will say? 50 years back, everybody are child marriage. No, now if it is happening, that is a crime. So we have to find out the result. Why? So if I say that no, last 4-5 years, I have to find out which year onwards. So if the data is saying that 2019 and 20, that means you have to collect the data 2015 onwards, 4-5 years before, because 4-5 years before the situation has become this thing. Got my point? Now, how you will collect the data? As I said, if I have 5 marriage histories, 5 women in my house, whom you should contact? All 5 you cannot contact because it is wastage of time. You should have rough idea about all the 5 marriage history. Okay, so there, how to collect the marriage history means, again somebody can ask me, sir, you are saying that it is wastage of time, wastage of resources. At the same time you are saying that all the 5 marriage histories has to be collected. No, there is an instrument called a one page questionnaire, one page schedule. It is looking like this. So this one page questionnaire containing the marriage history of the entire household. Here, if you see this, the questionnaire is this much only. The size is this much only, where I have taken my information related to this, where you will find age during the marriage, year of marriage, marital status. So suppose if you are going to a household and there are 7 people, first stage of outlayering is what? You will find out of 7 people, there are 5 people married. So 2 people you have to drop. Then rest 5 women. Out of 5, 1 man is there and rest are 4 women. As our basic objective is on women marriage, so we have to outlayer that men's marriage gone. So there are 4 histories remaining. So as you are saying that 2015 onwards 2020, in this time period, how many marriages happen in that particular household? So you will find there are 2. Then you have to see within that 2, how many of them got married before the age of 18, because here there is a question, age during marriage. So that particular case will be your sample size. Got my point? So if you go otherwise randomly all 5, this thing, that thing, it will be wastage of money and you can't do the research. It is a scientific way of finding the respondent. But here the story is not end. After that, you have to decide who will be my respondent. Again, whether this girl or somebody else. So you just tell me now, till now I told the story. Now I found a sample of that particular household. So whom should you ask about the marriage? Who will give you the proper information, the factors influencing the child marriage? Why? So who will tell you? Tell me.
The old lady.
Old lady means the
Mother,
grandmother.
mother, grandmother. Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
Sir, I think his wife should say the answer.
Who will say?
Sir, his wife.
Whose wife? Whose wife? Like it is mother
Sir,
or
no, sir, the girl who has been married recently in the
yeah,
family.
yeah.
She would say the answer per rightly.
No, let me to ask further. Yeah, it's a good thing. That thing when I was doing my survey in government of Andhra Pradesh, this kind of confusion came. I took 6 months to decide this. Suppose a girl is getting married at the age of 14 years, because child marriage we are saying no. So do you think that she is capable enough to give your answer? Because child marriage is an imposed decision. Got my point? Because of some reason the parents is saying that okay, your time has come, now you have to marry. Because this girl could not negotiate about her decision, she said yes. So now if you ask question to that girl, I don't think she will be able to tell the actual factors which are influencing the marriage. So basically it is the parents, because parents take decision. But the first scholar told me the head lady, no, those who take decision at the home, if she is taking, then it's fine. But generally what happen, it is parents who takes decision. But pressure from the elderly parents like the grandparents or relatives, no, no, you should perform your daughter's marriage, she's getting older, those things comes from outside or relatives or other people, but the main decision that has that generally parents take, you know so it is the parents who will be your proper respondent here. And sometimes if the girl, we can ask the girl also to cross check something. But that girl who got married at the age of before 18, she can't be your respondent, she can't be your stakeholder into it. See, we can ask certain things to cross-check the information, not the entire information collected from that girl. You know, is there any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay. So here, significance of house listing is what? A clear idea about the marriage histories of a household. That means you are going to that particular household with proper information. You can tell if somebody will ask, no, you are going to that households, there are 5 women. No, we know that. We know about them. We know this girl. So as per our objective, this girl is considered as the child marriage. So we'll talk to. So we cannot declare that also, because child marriage is such a situation. If you go directly and ask the parents, they will not give you answer. So the first stage would be your rapport building. There, the next stage, if you go and ask about the third girl, they will not understand. It is a question, a survey on child marriage or what. This is a survey government is doing, and they are taking the thing. Otherwise, if you go and ask, no, why you have performed your daughter's marriage so early? No, your questions should be such that it will not reflect any fear among the respondent. Otherwise you will not get any kind of an answer. Helps in the outlayering process. What is outlayering process? As I said, in a particular household, if there are 7 marriage histories, so unmarried people first you have to outlayer, then the male you have to outlayer, then the women which are not coming under your bracket, that is 2015 to 20, you have to remove them out. Okay. So this help you in outlayering the process and provide the exact sample to be tested. So if you know the nature of the sample, so when you will build your narratives, it will be robust in nature. Otherwise it will not be robust. There will be some kind of an indication, no, maybe, yes, no. You can say, no, I got my stakeholder and hence my respondent. Then only this is the issue happen. So these are basically the issues where I am struggling for this thing, and even I'm writing certain things on who will be my respondent. So we should know those things as you people are starting your research now, or you will start maybe in the near future. You should know that, because you have to start very meticulously. If you start kind of very casual, you'll suffer a lot. So from the very beginning, if you do a proper research on your respondent, who will be my respondent, it will make your thing easier. Because now in the second section, I'll be going to tell you how I constructed a narrative out of this by identifying my respondent and all. Okay, so this is about the first half of the presentation. Second half, is there any question in the first half of the presentation?
I think we are very clear, and the way
Yeah.
you are going, I mean, we are learning as if that we are practicing, though not. Right.
Yes. So, okay. So let me to close this and open another one.
While Professor Sadangi was teaching us methodology, I
Yeah.
mean, whatever you have presented, he was telling that this is all about operationalizing the term,
Yes.
that you must have a clear idea with yourself. Then only you can jump into the field and
Yes.
you can collect the data. Otherwise, you are going on the wrong direction.
Bas. And you can't do anything. Like you'll go, you'll spend time, you'll spend money, everything, and your funding agency will give you left and right, because nobody has time. So you should be capable enough to know. And even I was also not knowing. Now to our guys, they are giving us answer. In their stage, I was not in a position to give answer also. So Himanshu, the second slide you can see.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, the other people they can see, no?
I think so.
So here, as I told you people that basically I'm a researcher. Uh, you can hear me, no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. As I told you people, I'm a researcher. I don't teach. So whenever my entire research, yesterday I was talking with Himanshu the same thing. Our database is very poor. So whenever I get a chance, I write on Odisha only and to add the database. So whenever I come Sundargarh, very often now also three of my projects are going on. One in Sundargarh on mining area, one is in Bargarh, one is in Puri. Three places, three projects are going on. So I very frequently travel to Odisha, very frequently go Sundargarh, and whenever I go Sundargarh, I have a friend who is having a very big NGO over there, and they work on tribal development. So I go there, I sit, I go to field. I have they have a research assistant. So she helped me a lot. So last time what happened? I visit very often. I stay there. Uh, I generally stay. I like staying with people, communities, and all. Otherwise, it would be very difficult if you go come. So it will not helpful for people to construct any kind of a narratives. So this time, what happened? I asked Ahalya, ki let us go this time and visit some mining villages, just like that we'll go. So we went, and generally I go there. So this time, why it is different, I'm telling. This time we entered into the main gate of Mahanadi coalfield. Mahanadi coalfield is the second largest coal mines in South Asia. So entered, we crossed 8 kilometers. After that, I asked Ahalya, let us go back to the main gate. I saw something. Then she got angry on me. Why? We already covered, and for the last 20 years you are coming here, and why so important thing, the same thing? And I said, "Ma, please come, no, we'll go." And we went there. I saw a board over there, and I asked her to take snaps of those boards. So she was angry. She took snaps. So let me to show you the board. So this board I saw there, well, in the entry point of Mahanadi Coalfield, Basundhara. So you cannot believe this board bothered me more than 15 days. 15 days. I have seen this board for the last 20 years, but this time it was different. I don't know why I could not see it or something like that. It bothered me 15 days. And let me to ask you people why it bothered me. The same kind of botheration is coming to your mind or not. We will see from you people. So here, see what has been written here. MCL bringing smile in every heart. So I'm just throwing this thing to you people to think about it. So what are the kind of thinking coming to your mind? Can you people tell me, students? MCL, very simple language they have written. MCL is Mahanadi Coalfield, bringing smile in every heart. So by reading this photo, what you are understanding? Can you tell me?
Sir, after a lot of development in that area, but
Yeah.
still then the tribal peoples are living in the hut. So they have not got the proper development.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? At least somebody tried. You people try it. Otherwise, writing is very difficult. No. Like you will struggle. You just try what is coming to your mind. Whatever is coming to your mind, you just tell me what exactly you are understanding this thing. Any language is welcome. I would like to listen. ओडिया कहवा लगे भी चाहूँ जदि ओडिया भी कह असुविधा ना हिंदी रे भी you people are welcome. So anything coming to your mind?
The MCL is bringing a smile in every heart because it produces coal through which we can found thermal, electricity. and people of that particular area basically use coal for cooking.
Okay.
That's why.
That's a nice point. Nice point you told. So anybody else? There are so many people. So many people.
And people from that particular area also used to sell these coal for their livelihoods.
Yes, 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 yes. I That's a nice thing. Anybody else?
In that second pic, that light is there, so it shows that they are majorly using it for electricity. So the girl is smiling.
Yeah.
So I feel like it is concentrating more on that electricity, and women are happy, especially.
Yes, yes, yes. Anybody? There are 32 people. These are the confusion happened with me also. So we should hear some more confusion, no, so that it will be in a in a proper process. Whatever you people told, everything came to your mind, came to my mind. Everything. You know what is this? What exactly this is? And all. 15 days I struggle a lot. Then, as usual, my habit is to dismantle the statements. So I dismantle the statements. What I found is MCL brings smile every hut. You know, as I told, MCL Mahanadi Coalfield is a development intervention. It is we generally go for any kind of a development intervention for what? In order to raise the per capita income of a country or state. Yes or no? So here brings, that means changes. Smile every heart. So these are the words I found, and these are the words it bothered me. Somehow I try to understand certain things. Sometimes, as I belong to that area, I know the intricacies also. So I said, how they have written in an open space that, because I know certain problems are happening. Then what I did, if you see, no construction means here I have written this thing, smile. I did an extensive literature work for more than a month on the above words. Extensive literature work means so much. Where these 5 words means I left development, means I converted MCL into development interventions. Otherwise, other 4 words I did a extensively research on it. And the 2 factors I found important are smile and heart. So out of my literature work, what exactly smile is? It's an impact indicator. You know what does it mean? Impact indicators. If something happens, it brings smile in our face. No, if we get good marks, it brings smile. If we see some good food, it brings smile. If you watch a nice movie, it's a good smile comes. If you are going to home, smile comes. So if somebody will do some good goody, there will be a smile. So these are all impacts. If we do something, then there will be a smile. That means it's an impact indicator. But heart is a status indicator. Status indicator means what? We generally heard people speaking, oh, those guys having a 3-storied building, yeah. No, that guy, they have purchased a villa by paying some 2 crore rupees, yeah. No, yeah, she is very poor. They don't have a proper house, thatched house, mud house in the village. We talk or not like this. That means for hut, status is attached. For house, status is attached. So here, as I told you, 3 phases. First one is I dismantled. First one is I saw the photo. I dismantled the wordings. Then I did a proper research on it by extensive literature work for more than a month. Then I got a question which is called as research question in research. What are the factors that induces a hurt to generate smile in the context of extracting industries? Because the pictorial thing there is something, but in order to prove that pictorial thing right, I have raised a question. What are the factors that induces a hurt to generate a smile in the context of extracting industries? Now, if people can understand no, how page-wise it is happening. First, there is a photo. Second, the dismantling of the sentence or the board. Third, a proper literature work. Now, the question. Got my point? So, in order to address this question, if people are not getting bored, no,
I think not.
yeah,
Though
yeah,
you are
No,
not teaching,
no.
but somewhere you are giving a kind of practice to them.
yes.
Maybe they are also experiencing the same thing, or they should experience in this way, the way you have experienced.
Okay. Then, but I was not having any kind of a idea how to go about it. Question I framed. Till this point, it was fine. Then again, I requested my research associate, let us go, ma. We'll go there. Then she said, what you will get? You don't know your respondent, whom to ask. I said, I don't know that, whom to ask. And that is then she taught me, that is the main important thing. You have to find out your respondent, then only you will go the field. She is very helpful to me. But like, see, if you give a questionnaire, if you tell the respondent, then she will do nice thing. But before that, all engineering work I have to do. I said, ma, give me 7 days, I'll give you the respondent, who will be our respondent. Then she said, Ki, what then for that, what you would like to do? I said, you give me 3 days time, we will visit again once again to that area, and then I'll give you the respondent list. Then she said, okay, we'll go. Then what happened? We again entered into the mines, and there, if you see, it is a open quarry. It's a big open quarry mines. First we stood there, then we take snaps over there. But if you see above, there is a landscape, there is greenery, there is a village. Immediately above that quarry, there is a village. Fine. Then next, when we proceeded, so this is a rehabilitated village, you know. So see how smoky is this. The other part is mines. This part is village. I talked with the women also. Next is this place. This place bothered me a lot. You know, this side is a village. This side is this uh, thousands of trucks. Then I always ask myself, if there are, suppose there is, for example, 1,000 trucks are there, that means 1,000 driver will be there, 1,000 khalasi will be there, 1,000 another one means on an average 3 people in one truck, loading, unloading, and everything. No, so 3,000 people. Then who are these 3,000 people? Then I got to know that these 3,000 people are migrated from adjacent states. They are not from this area. They are not from Sundargarh district. The truck owners are from Sundargarh district. Then I said, oh my God, 3,000 people, if there is 1,000 trucks, but there are more than so many trucks, like 10,000, 20,000 trucks, and this kind of population is, you'll find. This side is the village, this side, these people's things are there. Then another one photo is this. This is a road. This is the main road. Then I ask myself, there is a concept called coal corridor. Coal corridor is what? A special kind of a road constructed to operate the coal related vehicles. They should not go into the normal road, because this normal road, they do not have the carrying capacity of those kind of trucks. Then I said, very frequently these people are coming, you see the normal people are coming, then these trucks are coming, and see this road. In that road, people, they go school, they come back to their office, and all those things. So much of pollution. If you see the water and all those things, the pollution is there. It's okay, no issue. Next photograph I would say show you is this photograph. I was so surprised. This is a liquor. What do you call liquor? preparing place. They prepare the liquor here. I was so surprised. Like, whose liquor this thing is there? Means after preparing the liquor, they supply to each and every village. They have their agents and all those things. So the owner is again from the adjacent state, not from Odisha, not from that area. So these are the photographs. Okay. So these are the photographs I showed you. And if I ask you to thread all those photographs based on the board we saw, each and every photograph, it is saying a story, no? Yes or no? Tell me. If you correlate each and everything, there is a connection. There is a connection. So here, what happened? After this thing, no, I just started doing a layers of consultation of workshop. With whom? The people, those who are working over there, the people, those are there, like teachers, postmaster, then NGO, then whoever, a layer, like to, in order to understand the issues related to, because these pictures gave me ample lot of things to think about. And if I correlate, no, it was a story, it was a big story. So after that, the issues, I found some interrelated issues, and the issues identified versus stakeholders. No, what I found is that it is connected with women. First of all, we generally say women, because of a woman, the house, you know. So if you see and connect all the photographs, it is related with women's vulnerability. How? If you ask, I can tell you the story. The road you see there, I started first with the adolescent girls, those who are going to high schools. So when I ask about them, Yarima, how you are going to school? No, we go school in cycle. Nowadays, we are not going in cycle. Then I said, why? No, there is a problem. We are scared about people. And I said, who are the people you are scared about? No, the drivers. Okay. So that is one version I heard. Then I found another group of women. Actually, there is a weekly heart in that place, which is just 2 to 3 kilometers adjacent to their villages. But people are not coming nowadays here. They are walking 8 kilometers far away. Then I said, where are you going 8 kilometers? There is a heart here, market here. No, sir, we are safe. If we go there 8 kilometers, not an issue, we can walk. Then I said, why you are so scared? With whom you are so scared? No, sir, these drivers. Then my idea became more stronger, you know. Then what happened? This is one-sided story, no? You cannot believe, and you should not believe also. Like I tell that you just keep in your mind for further interrogation. Don't believe and don't come to a conclusion by listening one side. One day I was sitting in a pawn shop. That guy also provides tea. I was taking tea. Two good-looking boys of age some 20, 22. They were talking about one girl. What they were talking, you know, this Patel Babu's daughter has become so grown up, and 4:30 around she comes in this road in cycle. So again, if you dismantle their talking, when I asked the pawn shop, hey, who are these people like this? Then he said, no, these are two drivers of trucks. Then when I dismantle their talking or discussion, what I found, they were talking about a girl who is an adolescent girl who is coming from school. They know her timing, they know her body language, because she is coming in cycle in that kind of a road. That means they have observed each and everything of that girl, you know. So my point of thinking about an issue is getting more stronger. That means while doing the narratives, while constructing the narratives, the committing error, it is getting gradually minimized. No, first I heard from the girl. Second, I heard from a group of women. Third, it was cross-checked with those people, those who were talking about them. I didn't talk with them. I just heard that. And when I added all the three things together, then I found it. Then when I started discussing in the village level, I found certain cases of rapes, murders, sexual violence happening on a daily basis. Why? For open defecation, the women, they go outside. These people know where they go. Okay, then they will attack them. Then if the sex is out of consent, consent means it is not a positive consent. If the girl is keeping quiet, then she will go back to home. If this girl will tell, no, no, I'll tell my father or brother, then she will be killed there, and they throw her outside. And these people, their status has become a minority status because of the in-migration of these people out, adjacent states people. So the vulnerability has become such. When I said, why you people are not raising any issue? No, sir, if we raise any issue, we have other girls also. So they will do like this. And if there is a death, the truck association people, they are coming, they are giving up some 10,000 rupees, and they are asking us to keep quiet. So this is another issue. Second, when I was talking about domestic violence, I told about the story. So when I asked about the women, I didn't never ask, do you get beat? I said, you are getting so much, why don't you beat? In a very casual and joking way. Then they said, and I got another information. No, sir, if we beat or if we push our husbands, if our caste forum, amaro jati bhai, if they will see, they will exclude us from our caste. Then I said, what is the problem if they will exclude? No, no, sir, they will not provide us water, then livelihood and all those things. Then what would be the solution? No, they will ask, there will be an informal separation. The women will be asked to go back to her parents' place. Immediately they will bring another woman. Otherwise, they will ask the women to remove her hair and remove her hair, or they gave the solution. In order to purchase the hair, the husband has to give a huge amount of money in addition to some money for feast. So, sir, from my husband, from where he will bring the money? So better to give beat, and if I die also, no issue. Then do you know that the kind of problem is happening? They are not in a position to report this thing in the hospital, because hospital people will ask why this kind of a physical damages happen. So if they will say, oh, husband, it will be a police case. So they cannot do the police case. Now there is an entry of Bengali women, those who are quick, those who know this fast aid, giving injection and all those things. They are becoming, means they know their target groups are these women only. So they will go, they give some medicine, they take huge lot of money. So if you add these issues, if you stay, I stayed in that village for some time. So if you stay and observe and talk, then it is the women who are the center for all those things. So then how I conclude this thing after having all those discussions? Then I thought, then I went back to this board again, and I say that you are saying that MCL is bringing smile in every what. So where is the smile then? These are the issues, 10 issues I discussed, where the smile has disappeared. So I told that no, it is not smile, it is deceive of smile. Person hurt without having any smile. So now here I would like to conclude by saying that if you are constructing a narrative, you have to go page wise. Mainly you have to identify your respondent. Who will be my respondent? Then the information case stage, you have to get information. You should not rely information on one side. You have to cross check it at various level. Then only the committing error will be minimized, and you can say with precision, see, this is my outcome. There may be some 5% error, because we are collecting the data. It cannot be 100% perfect, but you can say with all those things, I can say this is the things happening. So this is all. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Professor Mishra. it was a very unconventional talk. I do understand, why you deliberate like this, because you belong to a research institute, and the main purpose of the research institute is all about teaching students how to do research and what are the various problems one faces while conducting the research. And on one example, the way you unpacked everything, uh, it was a kind of training for all of us to do the same thing while dealing with our own research. I have assigned the task of summarizing this talk to my student Sanjay Meher. He has completed MPhil with me, and he has joined as an assistant professor in Berhampur University, and
Oh,
he's from
that's
political science department. I know that Sanjay, it's very difficult to summarize these kind of talks, but it's a challenging task for you. Let's see how you are summarizing this talk.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to all of you. Respected Professor Sujit Kumar Mishra, sir, and the conveners of this web talk, Dr. Himanshu Mishra, sir. It's really a great privilege for me to summarize the talks that our speaker have presented. First, he starts with some socially relevant examples. Then he like sex ratio, proportion of institutional births, life experience of jatra parties, performing arts practitioner, and all the examples. Uh, then he tried to show us it's a kind of information which contains it's a kind of numerical or non-numerical. It's like quantitative and qualitative. So all informations it's related to different issues, and he then try to focus some of the key points like who will be our respondent, what is the issue, and how we can collect the data. That is the mode of survey. It may be online or offline, field research, telephonic, or in person. So he basically tried to focus in precision despite of decision, because it is quite like confusing. It is a kind of challenge. So to identify who will be our respondent, he tried to focus on some of the questions, and that he tried to focus on instrument that should be constructed in such a way that it should be friendly for the respondent. It should not create any harm for them, so that we can get the valid data. Then he also focused how do we collect information, how do we list, how to get data, how we can collect data in time. We focus on construction of narratives, because while we are doing research, we have to go phase wise, and these narratives, we can generate after doing a extensive literature work. So when we go to the field work, we may find a lot of issues, interrelated issues, and how to solve that issues. It will be related to confusion, and to dismantle this confusion, we have to practice this and experience, and we have to collect information, and to get the valid data we have to cross check it. And he basically stressed on precision. It is a kind of, I have summarized like this. If I have
Okay, Sanjay.
done any
Okay,
mistakes,
Sanjay.
please correct me, sir.
Since you have not done any, I think you have not done your PhD. I think, and your MPhil also, you are not that much serious. You just did it. I just signed it. I think important aspect is that when you are operationalizing the term, then you need to do a thorough literature review. You must be sure about in which context, what do you mean by that concept. Then you have to apply your brain while thinking about the whole situation. In fact, the researcher brain is actually the rule of thumb. The more you are creative, the more you can, get the data. So you have to make your eye open to all these things. So you need time. You need time to think. I think Professor Mishra, the way he said it, it seems that it's very simple, but it will take huge time when you apply the same thing and when you will get the similar kind of thought the way Professor Mishra has got. For me, it was a kind of training to the scholars, those who are doing research, that how to do field survey and how to build up various kinds of narrative and how to challenge the dominant narratives. I think that's the way we deal with the qualitative research. Right. So always you will find something on the field that is challenging the existing knowledge. So the more you find, and remember, I think the literature review is very important in order to have the understanding of nuances of theoretical understanding. So I think that is quite crucial and to deal with social science research. But Sujit sir, I have a question that in qualitative research we often encounter that people don't trust us. People say that, "Hey, this is your subjective experience. This is what I don't think so." I mean, in that situation, what we should do?
See, that I also very frequently I face all those things. Here, I would like to tell about kind of an entry to the field work. No, like suppose if you're going to a field and asking certain things, those people immediately ask certain different kind of a question, and they will not believe. So the entry would be such that there is a concept called social entry versus physical entry to a field. You know, so the entry would be such that the people will start believing. Means nobody see you are not known to that place. No, if you are going to a field, you are not known to them. So your kind of entry should be such. I'm not saying about village. I'm not saying about any place. Even if you are going for a secondary data also, so your entry should be such the front person who are going to help you should take you in a social way, not in a physical way. If you go physically and they will not help you. So it takes time. Initially, they will they will humiliate you also. So I till now in this age I receive humiliation with people like the same kind of question people go and ask, no, what happened, what happened while doing this jatra thing. No, I was talking to a lead actor. Actually, I discussed with 104 people. It is with EPW again. The lead actor, initially he was very aged. Ha, kaun tu kaun? Then after talking with me 10 minutes, you cannot believe he talked with me 3 hours. And he offered me, Sujit Babu, if you are coming to Katak, my house is at Pahalo and we have a guest house in the upstairs, you can stay with us. So your uh, entry should be entry to any point, not only village, not only field work. Even I'm saying that your kind of whatever you are doing in this process, entry should not be kind of a very casual. It should be very social. It should be in depth so that people and whatever you are saying, like suppose if you are going, I encountered certain things while I was doing something on women prisoners. So they will not talk you days together. They will come sit out of fear. They will not talk to you. So gradually you have to make certain rapport with them so that they will come up. Then you have to make them free like this. You cannot impose your question on them, you know. So like as I was telling you yesterday, when I was with Ranapur, this group, no, women group, I didn't ask anything. I just heard from them what they are saying, that I just recorded it. Some 2 3 days I stayed with them. I didn't ask anything. Just that point. This is the thing. This is related to forest vigilance. This is your leadership. That much key point I gave. Whatever 3 days they told, I took it, and I extracted my issues, which was matching to my objective. Got my point? Otherwise, those things will be there. I mean, we have to be very careful while doing this thing, and it is not that easy. Whatever question you ask me, it is there is no answer to it. Like
That is what Professor Sarangi used to tell us. This is the rule of thumb.
term
I mean, the kind of personality you have, that will help you, or that will also put you in the trouble also.
trouble also.
That is equal to.
Yeah,
But my
yes.
question was something different. You know, after conducting a research and after writing a report or article on your qualitative, research, there is also, challenges from the different quarters, that they will say that why you didn't do this, why you perceive
Yes.
like that, and how to justify your work, qualitative research work.
That's what I'm saying, Himanshu. Your information should be from very different sources. Like small, I'm just giving you an question. When I was asked to do the work on Jatra, uh, initially Nigam Babu, he's a music director. He gave me some 17, 16 people's number. So after talking with them, when I revisited that uh, phone survey, all are like highly settled people. From them again, I received some 30 people's number. Thereby, I excluded so many people, those who otherwise add value to my precision level. Got my point? So there, what I did, I started watching TV interviews. Suppose the lead actors with whom I have done my interview, but if they are talking about some background dancers with whom I could not get chance to talk, so I took their uh, view also about them. Then suppose I didn't get chance to talk with some people, those who started selling vegetables on the road and all, their interview. So what generally what happen, how people they start believing you, if you try to prove your thing from different sources. If we get information from 3 different sources, no. If I produce the same thing with 7 different sources, got my point? No, I have not gone to that background answer, but I got information about her and I added to my narratives. No, I didn't go, but I heard about this. So in that way, you have to like uh, enrich the precision of this thing. That's the reason I always say people, don't go by one or two, don't believe one two information, whether it is qualitative, quantitative, whatever. So you have to cross check, cross verify from different sources, so that you can say no, it is not like that. I have done these sources, these sources, these sources, these sources. These two sources are contradicting, but it is like this. So you should have those
I
things
got it, got it. I mean, very
together.
clearly you
Yes.
said it. I mean, it's just like, we are all, blind man,
Yeah.
and we are seeing element from the different side, and only when you experience it from the different side, you
Yes.
can
Yes.
you
Yes.
can just reduce your error. We
Uh-huh.
cannot claim 100%, but it can reduce. And yes, human behavior are also contradictory in nature. You
Yeah.
can also show the contradiction. We should not be worried about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think the trust of the people, it depends whether you are enriching your research by experiencing it from the different angles or not.
Yes, yes, yes. No,
That's the
suppose there is a negative answer also which is not fitting to your objective, but if it is with you, you can put it in a box form. No, I got this kind of a thing. So the funding agency or the person who is asking you to do the research, they will see that no, these are the thing, but this is also a thing. Got my point? So it will strengthen your argument, and indirectly it will strengthen your narratives while doing, so that it will not be so smooth. Got my point? So there will be variation in your thing. No, this guy has taken the same issue from different perspective. Got my point? So those things we have to be very careful. But over a period of time, once you start doing, it will come. So for me, though, I can tell you each and every day is a challenge, because going finding new stakeholder finding is very, very, very important. And taking from them these issues while doing this. Recently, PW people asked me to write a paper on. I will send you that paper. It is with them only, not yet published. They asked me to do a small piece on research during COVID. It was an invited one. So what are the issues I face? So as Meher Babu also was telling that about precision and indication, the title is that only: precision versus indication, research during COVID-19. There you cannot believe. Let me to give you an example. We did one survey for COVID-19 in Telangana, that is to identify the livelihood. So I was clueless how to do. Then I asked my research associate, Nana, you do one thing. You just bring all the government orders where they talk about the lockdown things, timing of the lockdowns. Then he's asking me, sir, are you mad? They are very friendly with me. What you will do with lockdown guidelines? Then I said, you bring, no. So I asked him to extract the timing. Then I asked him to correlate with the productive timing of the informal worker with the lockdown period. So you are so surprised. Then what happened? Earlier it was 6 o'clock to next day's 4 o'clock, something like that. So there are only 4 hours of things. So suppose a time specific livelihood earner, suppose a person who is selling breakfast in the morning time, that time is only for him only, like 6 to 8 o'clock. So we generally capture those people first. Then there was an extension of timing. So in that extension, we capture some more people. After that third level thing. So while doing research with the third level livelihood earners, we are monitoring the first and second level also. So it was so difficult, but again, finding the methodology, finding the people, these are all kind of very intricacies thing. And definitely, once you come Hyderabad, I'll show all of you, all those things to you.
No, I understand. I understand. So thank you very much, Professor Mishra. Now we are at the last part. I request my PhD student Mukti Sahu, he is the lecturer in the Baud Panchayat College. I request him to provide the vote of thanks to our speaker.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mukti.
So it is my great privilege to propose vote of thanks on today's webinar. First of all, a very good evening to all of you, esteemed dignitaries, dignified speaker, respected teachers, the convener of the webinar, and dear participants. First of all, I want to express my vote of thanks to Professor Sujit Kumar Mishra sir for his valuable presence, who spared precious time from his busy schedule to grace this webinar and enlightened us through his clarified elaborations and discussions. Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful deliberations and organized presentation on doing qualitative research in social science. I have noted some key concepts during his deliberations, what is the issue, collections of information, collections of data, who will be my respondent, what is the issue. So he has discussed many aspects or nature of research, particularly in qualitative research. Thank you, sir, for your insightful deliberations and well-organized presentations. Sir, we have no words to offer gratitude for your valuable presence. Further, I would like to extend my vote of thanks to Sanjay Meher, my younger brother, who recently joined as assistant professor in political science, Berhampur University, for summarizing the key points or keynotes of today's webinars. I would like to express my vote of thanks to the convener of the webinar, my supervisor, Dr. Mishra sir, for for organizing such a vibrant and innovative talk on doing qualitative research in social science. Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, I would like to extend my deep sense of thanks and appreciation to all the participants who attend the webinar and made today even a great success. Thank you, sir.
So thank you, Mukti.
Thank you.
This is the end of this event. So Sujit bhai,
Thank you.
namaskar.
Thank you,
Good night.
Himanshu. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye-
Good night.
bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.